I closed my eyes and was instantly transported to another place, which I recognized all too well. I had been here before. Complex, multidimensional, kaleidoscopic, geometric patterns in hues of purple and green filled not only my vision, but also flooded my being. I was both here and there as the visions overlapped each other, constantly morphing from one pattern to another. My head hummed, rapidly building in intensity as I felt the vibration increase. For a moment, I wondered if it would explode as the pressure reached a climax. I felt my heart beating and reminded myself that everything would be okay. And then, as if from nowhere, they were there. The intensity of their presence was overwhelming, and at times too much. Again, I reminded myself that everything would be fine, and found myself repeating to myself, as well as projecting to them the word love, in an attempt to ground myself a little. As intense waves continued to wash over me, winged insectoid beings floated and hovered back and forth around me, at times surrounding me. I remembered I had seen them before on a number of occasions, but had simply forgotten about them somehow. One in particular seemed to be in control, constantly popping in and out of my direct vision, providing me with the opportunity to take in his almost mantis-like frame and large, penetrating green eyes. Behind him, I noticed his rounded wings fluttering at such a speed that they almost seemed stationary, although, as light reflected off them, I could see the vibration of their movements. The others worked around him in the background, which was once again filled with extremely complex multidimensional patterns that formed walls, continuously morphing and changing positions, and at times seemingly displaying data or information among the patterns. I looked around and realized I was in a room of some sort, and momentarily had the feeling I was inside some form of alien craft made from pure energy. But it was hard to tell as everything kept changing shape and appearance so rapidly. Like a hall of mirrors, what I saw in front of me, I also saw to the sides of me, from back to front and front to back, inside and out. Again, the being popped into my direct vision, its face almost touching mine. I could feel that it was going about its work, but couldn't quite figure out exactly what it was doing. Although every time it came up close, I felt the intensity of the pressure in my head build, and I felt as though information was being subconsciously transferred to me, or possibly taken from me. For some reason, my encounters with these particular beings never seemed to give me clear or direct messages or insights, other than this is what you are, this is who you are. Whereas my deeper journeys seemed to involve direct and specific telepathically delivered messages regarding the need for personal change in certain areas of my life. For a time, this process repeated itself. The being was coming in and out of my direct vision, doing its thing, while the others busily moved about and worked in with it, until I felt everything slowly fading. The beings faded in and out in waves until they were gone, and all that was left were walls of geometric patterns again, this time taking on clover or flower-like patterns. I realized that I had opened my eyes and was back. The world around me was covered in a purple, slightly pinkish hue, and everything looked vibrant and deeply contrasted. For a while I sat, giving myself a chance to take in the experience and get some feeling back into my body, while savoring the last of the taste on my lips and in my lungs before it was gone.